Hey everyone, today I'd like to show you how simple and easy it is to make homemade ricotta in your Thermomix. You will never need to buy ricotta again once you've made it and you realize how simple and quick and easy it is to make. It is 2 ingredients and I bet you've got these ingredients in your cupboard at home. So let me get started and show you how we make it. So the first thing we need is a clean bowl, and we're going to put 1.8 litres of milk into our Thermomix. Now the type of milk you use does definitely adjust the yield that this will produce. I've had customers who have said that a really high quality milk actually can produce a lesser yield than your very cheap milk as well. So that definitely will change. It is an organic product that will produce different outcomes at different times. So just be mindful that I'm going to probably get 300 grams or so today, but you doing this at home might get 200 grams or 400 grams. So in goes my 1.8 litres or 1800 grams of milk. Full cream milk is important because we're separating out the curds and the whey, and you need the fatty part of the milk to become those curds. I'm going to click on next. We're going to put our lid onto our Thermomix. And this is how simple it is. It's got 15 minutes, 80 degrees. I'm going to turn my selector and I'm going to walk away and let the Thermomix heat that milk up perfectly. When I come back, you'll see what second ingredient does the magic work in this to separate those curds and whey for us and makes the most amazing ricotta every time. So I've got some hints and tips to share with you. So I'll come back once I have this milk up to 80 degrees, ready to add that ingredient to it. I'll see you in a moment. Okay, my Thermomix has just done that heat up to 80 degrees, and now I'm going to add in the secret ingredient that makes everything magic happen in this recipe, and this is our white vinegar. So this causes the curds and the whey to release from each other. So I'm just going to pour in my 80 grams or so. Oops, 110, a bit heavy-handed, that's all right. And now it's going to mix through again. So that's going to mix through again for another 7 minutes on 90 degrees, speed 1. And what that's going to cause it to do is it's going to actually release those curds and whey. So when we come back in 7 minutes, you will see a separation in there. There'll be a yellow liquid called whey, and then we will see the curds, which are the fat content that will be available for us to strain off. Now, we do not throw out our whey, okay? The whey is amazing. We're going to use it in breads, pastries, custards, rolled oats, so many other things, and it lasts a very long time in your fridge. So do not throw that liquid gold out. Keep it and use it. And the vinegar in there that's in there doesn't really matter. You're not going to taste it. It's not strong enough. If you tasted it alone, you're going to taste it, but when it's in your porridge or your custard with the sugar and the corn flour and the eggs, those other flavors take over. So it is liquid gold. Do not throw it out. Put it in your fridge and keep it for later. But I'm going to show you in a second how we strain off our ricotta and get the beautiful liquid out of it just using bits of our Thermomixes plus a nut milk bag. So I will show you that shortly. I will see you in 5 minutes time. All right, guys, so that milk has been sitting there. Well, it cooked first of all for 7 minutes at 90 degrees, and now it's been sitting in the Thermomix for a couple of minutes because you have to leave it to sit for 2 minutes and it will separate. Now let me show you what's happening in there. You can see there, we can see the curds and we can see the whey. That's what we wanted. Happy days. If it hasn't happened like that, I would suggest going back and repeating that previous step a bit longer to get more curds out of it. And add a little bit more vinegar too. Okay, let me show you some tips around this. So it says line a simmering basket with a nut milk bag. Now, I normally have the amazing one from the Thermomix mix shop. My child was wearing it around on his head this afternoon, and I don't know where it's gone, and they're all in bed now. So I'm going to use my old one. It's not as good. It has a really short, small drawstring on it. So just be careful when you're buying them. Make sure you get one with a really big end on it so it can go over the sides of your simmering basket and make it easy for you. I'm going to have to work a little bit carefully today. I don't know where the other one's gone. So you line your simmering basket. If you don't have a nut milk bag, a washer would do the job. A couple of chucks or an old t-shirt or a child's wrap would do the job. Now you can see here I've got a bit of a layered effect going. I've got my jar underneath for my beautiful whey. I've got my jar, my Thermomix lid on top. This is going to be my funnel for my jar. I've got my nut milk bag, and then I've got my simmering basket. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to carefully pour this in to. Now remember it's hot. It's 90 degrees. I'm just holding over my nut milk bag. Now I've just got to watch the level on my jar because I don't want to overfill it. but I do have a second jar here in a moment. There we go. So I'm just going to swap over jars. And shortly I'm going to get more solids out of there. So at the moment I haven't got a huge amount of solids out, but I will find shortly that there will be more. So there's one beautiful jar of whey. Just put that down. Let's put the second one up so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. Just checking I'm inside the edge of the jar. Don't want it to run down the sides. And now in goes this. And you can see, you can actually hear there. And I'll see if I can do it left-handed for you guys so you can see what's happening. We're starting to get the chunky whey bits. Sorry, curds bits out of the Thermomix bowl. Okay. Just let that run through. Pick up the bag occasionally. Make sure it's draining all right. It's a bit tricky left-handed, guys. I look a bit awkward. That's why. I'm not a lefty. All right, in it goes. Now just grab my spatula. Scrape the remaining out of the bowl. We don't want to lose that. Now this ricotta needs to sit for half an hour before it goes in the fridge. It is going to be absolutely perfect for making things like your Italian donuts based on ricotta. We're making a tomato pie with it tomorrow. So a beautiful tomato pastry pie. There are so many things that you can do with this awesome ricotta. And, you know, ricotta, when you make it yourself, becomes really quite cheap to make. So you know exactly what's in it. Oh, we're getting to the top of this jar here. And you can take control of, you know, there's no nasties and things like that. You know exactly the 2 ingredients that went into that. So I'm just going to give it a little push down. I'm going to grab a mini thermoserver out. This is actually my favorite one for using with this, for the simmering basket to press down. It means that I can get the liquid out of it. I'm just mindful I'm about to run out of space in there, so I won't use too much. Can you guys see? You probably can't see, but it's just about out of space. I might just lift it onto this other one that's got a bit more space. And then, yeah, can you guys see how full that one was? Getting quite to the top. So I'm just going to give it a push down here with my simmering basket, with my, thermoserver inside the simmering basket. It's just going to get rid of some more of that liquid. And I'm going to let it sit there. Now, if you want a firm ricotta, push out a lot of liquid. If you want it to be that soft, crumbly ricotta, then you can just leave it drain and not push it out so much. So that is how you make ricotta in your Thermomix. 2 ingredients, about 15 minutes, or actually probably 20 minutes, but with 2 times where you don't actually have to be there. So really, in the scheme of things, a couple of minutes here, a couple of minutes there, and you've got beautiful ricotta ready to make whatever you want with it. And actually, the other thing that's amazing is the ricotta gnocchi. Give that a go on cookiedoo.com.au. Beautiful to go in that. So I do hope you'll give it a go in your Thermomix. Please do share when you do. I'd love to hear from you and know that you are finding these videos of value and you're going to make them in your own home as well. But I will put up the picture of the final product. Enjoy the video and please subscribe and like so that you can get the daily updates to the channel and learn more about your Thermomix and how it can serve you better, which is what I'm super passionate about. So I shall see you next time and bye for now.